One. Getting it.
Good morning and welcome. I know what you're thinking. Where have they been? Welcome to the resurgence.
And Happy New Year to everybody.
Oh, Happy New Year. Yes.
Before we get into it, y'all know what to do. Click like, click subscribe. Please. We appreciate all the viewers that we get. Mm-hmm. Click like, click subscribe. We're going to keep doing this.
What's the new number?
As far as the, so people that are trying to call in, we have a new number, but we don't have the number yet to give to the public. We're building a new number currently. Our old number is no longer valid. So if you had that number, delete that number. We come in with a whole new number, which I have for you probably in a week. The number has to have a certain feel. You know what I'm saying? So give us a minute and we'll have that number for you. But our email is still active. The Resurgence Show at yahoo.com. You can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even though we almost get, and YouTube is where that's where the whole show is. We almost got banned from TikTok, but that's neither here nor there. But the whole show is actually on YouTube. We appreciate, we have had so many new subscribers within the last, we've been like a little 3-week hiatus. You know what I'm saying? We've been getting things, it's been about 3.
Sheesh. Feel longer than that.
About a
month and a half hiatus. Mm-hmm. But we know we have to get things organized. You know what I'm saying? So we got that all together. We back in business, giving you good product. You know what I'm saying? We giving you product out here. You feel me?
Not in the sense that some people would assume product means.
Right.
Implied, but we giving y'all
we giving y'all something.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode what, Rodney?
9.
If Rodney was not here, I would have no idea what episode we're on. This is episode 9
of season 2
of
the Resurgence.
Bars. I'm gonna start off by saying, so funny story. Romeo, our little brother, is working on a song. Have you heard the beat for that yet?
I think I didn't. I saw the clip for it. I didn't see the beat yet or hear the beat yet.
But this is the thing. So Romeo, this song is gonna be a banger. I'm getting them early pub right now. This Romeo wants me to get on the song, but
you got a alert from one of your big brothers here.
When y'all gonna have me on? We supposed. I'm back online instantly. Let me pause that message because now I'm back on.
Handle it.
Greetings, big brother Manasseh Thornton. Cheerio, old chap. That was his greeting when I was on. And we are bringing Manasseh to you, and he is going to promote his brand new book. And we didn't forget, big bro. We just had to get our stuff organized. So now we organized. We had to redo our calendar. It's been a lot going on. It's like an Arctic blast going on in Detroit. It's a lot happening.
Crazy.
Big brother Manasseh, we got you coming to the show. Manasseh coming soon. I promised y'all that last year. I'm bringing y'all product this year. We're going to give y'all what y'all want this year.
To get in contact with Manasseh, that is www.manasseh.com. Okay. Hope I got that right, Manasseh. ManassehT.com.
Coming soon to the Resurgence Show. Look for that. Romeo got a song. He played the beat. You know how you hear a beat and you be inspired?
Yeah.
I was inspired. I was like, am I going to have to write something? Oh my God. And my thing is, what do I write? I haven't written in so long. Well, I did do the Glory song, but still, like, that was like a couple months ago. I mean, I feel like I'm going to get on this track and say something crazy.
I mean, if he's putting people on there, I mean, I'll jump on too.
Yeah. It could just be crazy. It's been a while. We ain't did a song together in a while, bro.
Rhyming is it's easy now. Like, I went a whole summer just doing rhymes every day. Shout out to Mike and WDJ.
4 Moons and WDJ. We still a group.
It's still a thing. But
you know what my real issue is though, bro?
What is the real issue?
You ain't said what's up to our guest here. Everyone, this is Sriracha. Now, Bruce is acting like he's not going to talk to Sriracha. I don't know why he's acting like this.
I just met Sriracha today, bro. Like, I don't even know. He's sitting here chilling. Sriracha ain't said a word to me all day, man. Let me see him. Get him over here. Come here. Get over here, dog.
You get kind of aggressive? You're kind of aggressive?
Everybody. Sriracha. I just met Sriracha today. You feel me? Sriracha. I'm just meeting him. So I'm sorry. Hello, Sriracha. Saw happy feet. Much love, bro.
That was a very aggressive grab of Sriracha's arm. He doesn't like to be handled like.
You know how I do with penguins, man. So.
I know that, but he's not that kind of penguin. Sriracha is a Sriracha is a peaceful penguin, and he's about love and joy, and spreading peace amongst the world. That was very Sriracha. Are you okay? That was
he cool, man. Okay, he's from Detroit, man. He's a Detroit.
I'm gonna put you back. I'm gonna set you next to Zach. I'm gonna set you next to him. Is that cool? Oh.
I can't believe we just did 50 minutes of that. 50 seconds of that. Hello, Sriracha. He's not shaking or nothing. He's chilling.
I gotta watch this guy. Look, we got a whole new show for y'all today. Couple of topics coming in. We got some brand new topics that just dropped literally 5 minutes ago. Rodney's keeping us on task as best he can because I know we're all over the place.
It's off the rails.
We got a couple of emails sent in, but I think what I want to do is I want to address the first two questions that came in like 5 minutes ago because they were like fresh on our mind. People were asking me before we filmed, are we going to talk about ICE? Because that's completely out of control. And I don't even know. It's a peaceful day. I don't even know if we want to get into it. There's a lot going on with that. Prayers to the family and everybody that's involved with that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's wintertime and everybody's trying to get to the summertime because I think you'll just feel better. And then, or we could all just go to back to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I recently just flew back from Vegas, actually.
That's what's up. How was the trip?
Every time I go to Vegas, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I could go there every weekend, honestly. But that's neither here nor there. But our first question comes in, and the question was...
Sriracha leaning into my shot, though.
Did you see Sriracha move? He leaned into... People are doing things back behind camera that are like so... Like, it's almost like, what's that movie? The ballerina, the female John Wick?
Man, the John, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
which was fire, by the way.
I could not finish that movie, bro.
Oh, man. I saw it twice. I love ballerina, man. Yeah.
I need to try again.
I got to try again on that, because every time I try to watch that movie, I get, like, distracted, or it just ain't, maybe I got to wait more into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
saying? Man.
Speaking of movies, before we even get into the topic, Power Force. Okay, lightweight spoiler alert. Power Force. Tommy effing Egan. You cannot kill this man. Tommy Egan is just, I don't know, comes to Chicago, takes over. That seems a little unrealistic, but it's a good show. Tommy comes to Chicago, takes over, and he gets in the situation. And now, if you have not watched the last episode, you might want to mute your TV or your laptop right now, because I'm about to say some stuff.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. At the end of the scene, Tyreek shows up and lays everybody down. I was just like, come on. The only thing that would have been better is if Ghost had came back. I'm still waiting on Ghost to come back. Is that ever going to happen?
That's the thing.
I don't think that's going to happen, dog.
You don't think so? That would be epic if it did. But shout out to them.
Well, since we own movies, let me shout out Avatar, Fire and Ash, completing the trilogy.
I did not see it.
Fire.
Oh,
fire.
I heard it's 3 hours.
It is 3 hours.
17 minutes.
Woo!
And I did those off as I did on the other two, but Fire and Ash completes the trilogy so far, and it was fire. Shout out to Bradley Cooper. I went to see a movie called "Is This Thing On?"
That's my guy.
Yeah,
Phil. I like Phil.
Here's the thing with Bradley. What I love about this movie and Bradley as a director and writer is that he writes stories from the heart. So you get a movie where it's not focused on the actor's performance like they usually do for Oscar-worthy, whatever. They don't focus on the actual story.
Right.
They focus on the actor's performance.
For like the Oscar.
Yeah, but this movie is really it's a heart-based film, man, and it was fire. Shout out to Avengers Doomsday. The trailers are hitting, bro. Listen.
That's gonna be a time.
3 hours and 45 minutes. Do you think I care?
The movie's 3 hours and 45 minutes,
and I can't wait.
But see, then people talked about Justice. Oh, Justice League is 3 hours.
Hey,
we at 3:45,
and I'm gonna be there. The trailers are fire, bro. And last but not least, shout out to Sinners for their nominations. I feel like y'all got snubbed because that was my favorite movie of 2025. I don't care.
Sinners was good.
Sinners was amazing.
The scene in Sinners when they went through the musical genres of us as Africans and African Americans, like, well, us coming to America through slavery, but how they did the connection of like modern rap all the way back to the drums of Africa. I was like, woo!
And it did it for every culture, not just ours.
Yeah,
that was what was sweet too.
That was ingenious.
But my favorite scene, that's one movie I can say almost every frame is my favorite scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the beginning, I love the middle parts, the conversations. Every scene in that movie was done where it was almost like a movie within itself. But my favorite scene, hands down, is Cornbread trying to get in to get his money and low key do his thing. That's literally the best part to me.
Cornbread was like, "You've been in here all day. Why you got me invited in now?"
All right.
That was a good movie. That was real good. I think my favorite scene is obviously the musical connection. And I think that when they were doing the Irish jig outside,
Rocky Road to Dublin, bro. I promise you.
That was it. And I was like, that was epic.
Also, play that song in your car with the volume turned up. There's so much bass in that song, bro. They did a thing with that one, bro.
I haven't tried. I'm gonna have to try that.
Dude, you're gonna lose your mind, bro. You're gonna lose your mind.
Okay, I'm on that today. Because actually, what y'all don't know, when we get done giving y'all the show today, we heading to Twin Peaks for lunch, y'all. Twin Peaks, come and have a wholesome meal. It's such a lovely, wonderful establishment as Twin Peaks. Someone is saying they used to work there, which I can only imagine how crazy that was. But come join us at Twin Peaks. You immediately
put the outfit on. When you hear that, it's like, wait, so you wore that? Oh,
that's insane. But come join us at Twin Peaks and have lunch with us. What was the first question I was getting to? Oh,
we talked
about Sinners. The favorites. I mean, it was so many good scenes in Sinners. Shout out to Big Brother Manasseh. Shout out to your uncle, my father. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to my father, King of Detroit. I love you. I miss you, baby. We out here still. We still grinding, baby. But what else is going on? Let's see.
Let's
see. I did that.
Y'all want to get political because I'm just trying to keep it lighthearted, man. I don't even want to talk about that.
And you know, so I went to the cemetery, right? Speaking of like stuff like that, and you ever go to the cemetery and you the only one there, and then you go in and you be sitting like, "Wow, am I the only one here?" And you start hearing noises, you be like,
"Yeah."
It was like, you know what? I ain't gonna trip because I know my daddy got me, so whatever it is, I'm good. But it just be weird. Like, am I the only person? Why do I hear noise? If that ever happened to y'all? Because that's actually a thing.
Don't crush Sriracha.
Sriracha, you good? Sriracha rolling.
But
so shout out to my pops,
you call
man.
That terrifying silence.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you on a frozen lake and there's no sound except the ice. You hear like little cracks or whatever. It's that terrifying silence. No, I totally get what you're saying.
So I did that. So I wanted to say shout out to my father. Happy heavenly birthday. I love you, Daddy. And yeah, that was a time. And I was like, I hear noise, but that happens to me all the time I go there. But what else? I guess we'll get into the questions now because that's the level we're at.
Now, we doing those questions or we doing the major questions?
We're going to do the first two major questions, y'all. First two. Yeah. Because I'll memorize it better, like, because it's off the top.
Let's get it.
First question was, are black men trained, taught to distrust or dislike black women?
Yeah.
So when the question was first posed to me a couple of weeks ago, I thought it was a good question. I'm going to be honest. I liked it. And I think when you think about like trained or taught, it's probably something more so like you may witness it. Because I actually am going to agree with her. In a way, I'm going to actually agree. I know y'all are surprised by that, right? No, I'm going to agree with her because I think if you see something, because I have a saying, right? And I always say this to people. You cannot teach anyone anything. I can only show you and hope that you learn for yourself. So I think if you see something and you grow up seeing it, you probably do learn it just kind of from seeing it.
Yeah.
So
now, only thing with that though, and it's definitely not a disagreement. My thought process is when I hear the word teach, That means, to me, that means instruction. So that means you've been instructed to dislike black women, distrust black women, so on and so forth. I always go from the upbringing of your parents, your father or your mother. In most cases, it's the mother. So I think if you've been taught to dislike black women, that means that your mother has shown you some less than desirable things, or she herself has told you, watch out for this type of woman, don't do this, whatever. But I believe it's more based off experience.
Okay.
You can be told something, but it doesn't solidify till you actually experience and receive confirmation of that. So, yeah, if black men have an issue with black women, my question would be, one, what was his upbringing and experience? But then two, what was done to him to solidify that thought?
I mean, because these are experiences.
Yeah.
So and that's funny because I had a conversation with my mom today. Certain experiences train you to react to certain things certain ways. So if you through high school and then college, and you've been dealing with women, and let's say they're doing certain things and it's a similar pattern, then you're going to be prone to believe, oh, this person is either probably lying, or this person's not really true, or this person might be doing this, because you've grown up, you kind of like seen a track record of things. So are black men taught? I would say maybe indirectly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a thing of, here, sit in this desk and you will now learn to not trust black women. It's not like a math class or nothing. I think it's more of like an indirect thing.
To add to that too, one thought that hit me on my way over here is that circumstance leads to self-sufficiency. It leads to a sense of self-sufficiency. So that means whatever your circumstance is, your survival instincts kick in based off whatever you experience. So like you just said, if your mother taught you open doors for women, pull out chairs, be chivalrous, women first, this, and this, but they don't teach you the opposite side. Women like bad boys. Women don't
all the time
really respect that type of thing.
All the time.
And it's true. You learn it on, and that's it. See, I'm okay. I'm trying not to do it.
Dark trades.
But the thing is, when you find yourself in a situation where your ego as a man feels out of place, that's when you know something's wrong. So when you realize everything that your mother has told you has led you to this point to where now you are heartbroken over somebody that you did everything your mother told you to do and it really didn't work out, that could be a form of teaching also.
It could be. Because you learn from your experiences. So how could you not, like, if every time you go into the forest, this tiger bites you, and it happened to you 20 times. So the 21st time, are you going to walk in the forest like, oh, this is such a friendly tiger? No. Hey, this tiger going to bite you. Because that's what I've been taught. You know what I'm saying? It's like repetitive. What is that? Pavlov's dog?
Yeah.
Come on, Wilberforce. Let me pull out that Wilberforce psych degree. So it's just like, it's a training thing. So you just become accustomed to it. Now, the problem with that is when you meet someone different, it's so off-putting because you like, well, this person is acting different than what I normally am used to. So is it real or is it just an act?
That's the other part too, is that you have to, it takes a degree of discipline to not do what was done to you.
Bars.
And I learned that when working in education. We'll speak culturally. The ghetto epidemic in black culture is just synonymous. It's what we do.
Right.
But the thing is, it takes a degree of you learning that something is wrong with this style of living. So let me make and do the work so that I don't continue and perpetuate this.
Right.
Most people go through heartbreak and they don't heal properly. They don't. They just go on to the next person. All you're doing is carrying your baggage on to the next thing because you're not seeking health. You're seeking validation for who you are as a person.
Bars.
So, you go into the forest and you get bit. Instead of you healing properly, going home, getting bandaged, good, taking time, resting. Now I'm going to go back in the forest.
I'm back out here, baby. I'm back out here, baby. Yeah.
And that's where that keeps going. But we'll go back into it. When you as a man realize that you've been hurt, but this next person, you don't know them. They did not do anything to you.
Right.
They may have the attributes of a douchebag or an a-hole, but they still did not do anything to you. So that discipline in you should be like, okay, let me not carry my pain and baggage into this situation because this person didn't do that.
Right. But then you're training for what you used to. So it makes you kind of, I mean, that culturally, I think for us, that's a big deal, which is going to segue to the next question. Because I actually do agree with her because I think we, what they say, a lot of stuff in our culture is like self-taught. But really the origin of it is from slavery, which is probably a whole nother show. But that's going to piggyback into the next question that we got this morning, which was,
Do black men.
What was it?
Afraid of marriage.
There you go. Are black men afraid of marriage? Terrified, probably. And if so, why are black men afraid of marriage? And their white counterpart, when I'm saying they're like, I'm not in the culture, but our white counterpart is like running to the altar, whereas we as black men are running away from the altar. And I think, I guess I'll just start this one off and just pass the ball to you, because my thing is this. If I see 15 cars drive down Gratiot and all 15 cars have flat tires at Gratiot and 9 Mile, I'm gonna be like, dang, maybe I shouldn't drive down Gratiot. There's all types of nails and debris and everybody's tires messed up. So as a man, you would be scared to drive down Gratiot. Like, dang, everybody else's car messed up. I don't want my car messed up like that. And this dude paying so much money a month to fix his car, and this person got paid for this tire. So if you're marriage, the failure rate of marriage is what? Is it 56% failure rate?
I couldn't even tell you.
I'm gonna look that up. We're gonna get back to y'all. I know it's high though. If you're going into something that already has a high failure rate, how can you not be at least somewhat apprehensive about doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as far as like white men, I think they're not so apprehensive because they have more success in it.
Well,
I'm passing the ball. So
okay, well, no, that was good.
I need a baker.
So the analogy was fire, actually, because that's very accurate. When you don't see a lot of examples of success rate, you're not going to invest in something. You feel me? So I think for marriage, and I'm going to say this too, because I was going to save this for a different episode, but I think I'll just bring back when it comes to another time. Men, I don't think men, we're not afraid of anything because we don't have the luxury to be afraid of anything. So I'm going to shout this out to every woman, especially black women that say this. Are men intimidated? No. You know why we're not intimidated by you? Because we don't have the luxury to be intimidated by you. We are physically and genetically designed to be providers and protectors. That means mentally, we have to be in the mindset that we got to beat up 15 dudes. Even if we know physically that may not be possible, that is the mindset we have. So we're definitely not intimidated. The fear of marriage is more, I think everybody at some point desires marriage at some point, or they desire a mate. That one person that they can spend the rest of their life with. Reality kind of makes that seem impossible. But I would tell you that right now, I would say modern men and women may have some apprehension about being married, because on the one hand, you have modern women, some who have unrealistic expectations, no accountability, delusional, making videos, complaining about courtship, chivalry, things of that sort. Then the man gets with this woman. It doesn't work out. Now she is now draining him of all of his finances and resources that he earned without her. So, yeah, I don't think marriage sounds too appealing. Rodney Fresh in the building. Please go for it, man.
So I kind of hate this question, and here's why. Because I don't think people... I think black women in particular are obsessed with the ideal of marriage, not necessarily wanting to do the work of a marriage.
Come on,
because those are two different things. And when you talk about marriage, it's work. It's going to be some ugly times, and we live in a society now where black women have been taught to cut and run, basically. Oh, it's not working out.
Oh,
get out of it.
This cooking.
But in order to be married, there's going to be some compromises. It's going to be some days where, like Tina Turner said, "What love got to do with it."
Mm-hmm.
My dad would always say, "Some days I don't like your mom. I don't love your mama. I like her. I still like her.
Right.
But in those days, what's going to keep you there?"
Mm-hmm.
And then part of the issue is we haven't had examples. Like I've been fortunate where my parents are married about to be 48 years.
Come on.
And
cheers to that.
I can go to my dad for advice. And then I'm just going to put it out there. You got a lot of black women taking advice from their single friends and wondering why they all still single.
To add to that, too, you just said something that, because I ain't going to lie, I've been watching red pill videos for a very long time. I'm not committed to that, but
I'm committed.
Still,
I'm so red pill. I'm so red.
One of the things that I realized, too, was like in the modern dating world, people are not built, like you said, they're not built for the long haul. They're only built for things when everything is on the up and up. So that means as a man, we also do not have the luxury to be vulnerable, to be weak, to be in a state of sensitivity, because that's going to be weaponized. So if you are not really, there are women really just feel like, no, every day is a sunny day. You're not having no bad days. You never going to have this. You never going to, like, everything is going to be perfect. And the moment that it's not, nope, you're not a man, you weak, I'm leaving.
I'm out.
Yeah, like Chris Rock got a joke. It was like, it's impossible to win an argument with a woman because they save up shit to argue about.
Like a bank. Yeah.
And so, and part of that is we don't spend a lot of time getting to know the other person's triggers, or if there's an argument about to happen, okay, what is this argument look like in the long run? Like, we just had a family meeting where I told my wife I need 24 hours sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Can you get that 24 for sure?
And my 24-hour rule, like I told her, I said I need 24 hours because I may be upset in the moment, but 24 hours from now, will I still be upset? If I'm not upset anymore, then there wasn't nothing to be upset about in the first place, and we can just move on. But now if I'm still upset 24 hours, at least I remove some of the emotion. Mm-hmm. And so I had to tell her, like, one of the things I need you to do is if we having a moment, just to give me 24 hours.
Do you have a man cave at the crib where you go in, like, in the basement or something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think if you're married, I think you have to have a man cave. I mean, I know for me, I would have to have that. I gotta go. I gotta sit in the fortress of solitude, and like I gotta be like in the ice thing, just like this. Then when the sun hits, I start charging up. That's neither here nor there. But I'm with you though. Cook.
And I think the other part of it is like we are handicapped to ask for help. Men,
Facts.
Like men and women. Like,
Facts.
One of the greatest examples I got growing up is when my parents having marriage difficulty, they went to counseling. So I got to see firsthand. And I thank God that they went to counseling, because there was a moment as a kid, I was like, well, shit, I guess let me pick which parent I'm going with. Right?
If I may ask, because
studio,
that, right?
The studio audience is now speaking, people.
Because you were able to see your parents, they've been married for 48 years, right? And when they started having difficulty, they sought advice, right? Professional advice, because they wanted to fix what was wrong with their marriage. Whereas now, and someone already said it, people are going to their friends, unprofessional advice. They're not even married. And then they give, so to circle back to your first question about are people teaching other people, black men teaching other black men to dislike black women teaching other black women to cut and run, as someone once said. Is that the norm now? And that's why we can't make it to the altar like our white counterparts.
So I think society teaches us to hate each other. In some aspects. Making it to the altar, that's a big sacrifice on other people's part. And so when you're talking about making it to the altar, like you go from an individual to us and we. And so in some regards, you got to wrap your head around that. Then shit, weddings is expensive.
Very expensive. Mine's probably gonna be $1 billion.
And that's why I say, people like the idea of marriage, and once the wedding's over, now what?
Because you said two things, and I go back to her too when because we forgot to mention the white counterpart aspect. I think the white counterpart aspect is more based off of their experience in America versus our experience in America. If your experience in America was white picket fence, 2-parent household, no crime in your area, everybody looks like you in your neighborhood, yeah, your philosophy of life is totally different. For Black culture, that's the goal, is to get to that point of just having that middle class stability in most cases.
I disagree because some of your white counterparts are not middle class and they still are married, right?
Some are not.
Oh, and here we go with this.
But I'm gonna say no, you're not wrong.
When they used to the sums and what about Johnny down the road?
If we deal with if we dealing in the realm of sum and percentages, would you say the percentages of those white people are higher or lower?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I would say that they're still higher, right? That they still get married at a rate that we don't, regardless of their class. Low class, low income, middle class, high, or their, what's what I'm looking for? Affluent. They still get married, but they look at marriage differently than we look at marriage.
And I love the way she thinks. So watch this. When you have, if we go off economic status, it's been said in America that even the poorest white group still is sort of hoisted above even a middle class Black family. So when you look at it, I guess from that perspective, there's so many factors to include psychologically that it's more about business and having your ducks in a row. And so and I'll say this, and I'm gonna try to keep this close. One of the things I've been meditating on all this week is one degree of submission with him is that I have to completely relinquish control. But that's where I came up with the circumstances are what lead to your sense of self-sufficiency. Something isn't right. So immediately something in you triggers, I got to get this. I got to get this. I got to get this. That's the same thing with marriage. In your mind, in marriage, before, as a Black man, my thought is, okay, before I get married, I got to get this. I got to get this. I got to get this. I got to have this. I got to have this. In reality, that may not be true, but that's what we've been conditioned to think. Okay. So it ain't even really so much a fear of marriage per se. It's more like necessity. Should I do this? But then when you add the psychological aspect, is okay. And I just had this conversation yesterday. Shout out to my homegirl Amy, because she was going in about this. I was saying that for me, when you decide to submit to a partner, you are now taking on whatever they are bringing in. So if you are a man who's found peace, you are running the risk of dealing with
facts,
trauma, delusion, non-accountability,
right,
other things going on. So now you have to run that risk and wonder, is this woman even open to dealing with these things with you? Or is she set in her ways and she's straight? And then y'all marriage eventually dissolves and now she takes half of your stuff.
And especially when women initiate 90% of all divorces. That's a real stat. I didn't pull that out the sky.
But is that not discernment? Like,
it's discernment, but if a person's not showing you who they really are till a certain point,
cook.
But after a certain while, a person can't hide who they are.
That's true. But by that point, you might be 6 months into a year.
But you still know, hey, this not person I'm going to marry. Because after this,
we are afraid to have the real necessary conversation to make a marriage work.
That's facts.
Agreed.
There are some things people thought me and my wife were crazy that we did this. There were some things we discussed pre-marriage, so we came in on a certain page. What's your credit score?
Facts.
What's your financial goal? Hell, what's your retirement goal? Okay, you have a kid. What if that relationship look like for me as a bonus dad?
That's a conversation. Nobody ever has that conversation. And women be having like 7 kids. Is that another show? I'm sorry.
That's a prejudice.
Stay focused.
If we have another kid, like how are we raising them?
Mm-hmm.
Like because those all become pitfalls in marriage at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have those conversations, like me and my wife, we decided when we was gonna get married that we weren't going to debt for our wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
I agree with that.
That's smart.
And so, if you're not having these conversations beforehand, you doomed to fail. And then the Bible says, "Seek wise counsel." So we went into like just not my parents, like because my wife come from her parents were never married, dad wasn't really around like that, and so we went and talked to other married couples. We did premarital counseling. I'm like, if you was married 35 plus years, okay, then I think we took a little bit from everybody, but we had to shape what worked for us. And I think a lot of times people are trying to take things that may work for this couple. It may not work for you. Like
everybody different.
Like I do 90% of the cooking in my house. We have a 5-year-old boy. He is not a mama's boy. He is a daddy's boy. It works for us. Like I changed the majority of his diapers. Hell, if he wake up in the middle of the night, he don't want mommy. He want daddy.
I haven't seen a diaper in years.
And so,
remember my cousins was little. Last time I seen a diaper, they about 25, 30 now.
But those are the kind. I think black men, it takes a sense of vulnerability, right? Because I'm being asked to commit to this person. Like I have to be completely vulnerable, and she has to be completely vulnerable to me. And we all have these walls up from past relationships. And part of it is trying to understand those walls. I'm not trying to climb over the wall, but I need to understand this baggage that you're coming with. So I need you to be honest and blunt with me.
Can I say something too? The way you describe your wife and your marriage, and especially now. So I'm gonna give y'all flowers right now. Your wife is awesome.
Give them out.
Mainly because of the fact that if she didn't go through the same things you went through, but was willing to do the work necessary to ensure the success of y'all marriage, that's major. That's major because that does not happen. You know what I'm saying? Not too often. Where somebody actually comes to a point where they hit that wall and they say, okay, dang, I need to do this. Most people are just like, I'm this way. It is what it is. And you either gonna deal with it. And what I found when I was younger was my philosophy was, if you love me, you'll change. But if you love me, you'll accept me as I am. Where's the compromise in that?
I don't think nobody ever really changes. Not really.
And they should.
I think people inherently don't change. They could adapt.
I do think you have to change a little bit because like, when Pastor married us, he said, you are no longer I, it's we and us. And so there are times where like she'll have to check me, like you just said I, what about, where am I in this?
Like the Borg, we are, we are,
Like when she opened the business and it failed and we was having, and it failed and we were going through bankruptcy, we meeting with the attorney, she looked at me and she said, I don't want you to resent me. And I looked at her and I said, when we started this business, I knew this was a probability. So
that's facts.
I said I had to have a conversation with God, and God had to tell me, let her do this.
Yeah, you gotta learn. Yeah, people gotta learn their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Their own way.
You need to just write a book on how to do it, dog, because you just killed the game, literally.
You should. Rodney's writing the book.
I'm saying, bro.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you why Rodney's gonna write the book. Rodney's gonna write the book because he just increased my streaming monthly bill because now I have to download Paramount Plus because he showed me Landman. So now I'm hooked. Now I got to pay more money. So Rodney's got to write a book.
I will say this, like, stay off of social media.
Social media disaster.
Yeah, it's terrible.
No offense, we do need y'all for the show.
Not y'all.
Can I ask a question?
Not y'all.
So if you are saying you're married, you're happily married, you've worked through things, right? And you have I'm assuming you have other married friends, right? That you can talk to. You have your parents. Why is it that Black men that say that they want to be married don't partner with other Black men that are already in the space they want to be.
Ooh.
Versus talking to other people that have had failed marriages, failed relationships, and they're single. Why would you partner yourself with those people versus where you want to be?
This is gonna sound.
I love it. This is why I
a
work
little
here.
weird. Because like one of my closest friends, like he's divorced. He came from a failed marriage, but in a lot of ways, I learned what not to do too.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's all about wise counsel. So, like I came into marriage, and it was funny because like five other people, like in my friends group, my wife friend group, they got married the same year. And I says it's only us and one other couple that's still married.
That's like being online. Start with 15, drop down to 3. I know all about that.
But for me, so when I try to surround myself with people that are going to sharpen me, right?
Facts.
Like I got a cousin that's mad at me right now because I told him I can't talk to him because all the men I know are good fathers.
Ooh.
Wow. Hey, was he on fire when you said that?
Tea.
Yeah.
He was on
There's
fire.
not enough men that do that.
And so when it came to marriage, like I don't really hang out with like single people, right?
Yeah.
That could be dangerous. Speaking of, I'm going to Vegas after the show.
You know, like my grandfather, and it could be a whole different podcast on itself. My grandfather at one point was worth $10 million.
Well, hold on.
And
where are we going?
He lost it all.
Oh,
And, like,
I was about to go change clothes.
I've really seen money destroy a family.
Ooh, it will.
Yeah.
Money destroy it, yeah.
One of the times I was talking to him, I said, Granddad, like, how do you maintain this? He said, I stopped having conversations with broke people.
Wow.
So let me add.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to marriage, I can't talk to single people about certain stuff because you can't relate. Now I can call my boy Tommy up that's been married 15 years. Hey, this what's going on. What should I do? And the most powerful, like, I married a couple days for us. The guy told me, he said, I don't care what happens in the house. I'm not leaving. I'll go to the basement, but I'm not leaving the house. And so,
because I always thought you should leave the house because it would de-escalate the argument. I thought let me leave and hit Pantheon or something. Is that bad?
It may.
That's me.
It may de-escalate
the strip club.
It may de-escalate the situation, but now, like, I'm constantly thinking, I have a 5-year-old son. What is this saying to him?
Ah, dang. Okay. That's facts.
Because I always want to model what I want him to become. And so I'm always mindful of what I say around him, how he watches me treat his mother, how my bonus daughter watches me treat her mom, because she's looking to see how a man is supposed to treat me.
Because she's already had an example.
Wow.
So make this super quick.
Right.
Just going into what she just asked, it's really been going on since we was teenagers, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Dr. Dre's The Chronic album came out.
That's our teaching.
And that's sad because real talk,
NWA.
And I know where a lot of that came from with Dr. Dre's experiences, and not to, put that out there. I just kind of theorized when I saw Straight Outta Compton and I saw how Dre and his mother interacted in that movie. I started to wonder, like, is that why Dre feels so strongly in his views about certain things with women? Because we was coming up, we was taught, you get your heart broke, nigga, because you had one girl. You supposed to have this one, this one, this one, this one. We got our game from dudes that was literally players.
Yeah.
Do like this and you won't get hurt.
But that's what women gravitate towards that.
They gravitate.
It's not like they don't like it.
Right.
Are we going to another show?
But that's what perpetuates the whole thing.
So let me close with this, I guess.
Right. So we coming back to y'all with another episode coming soon.
And I like having kids changes the marriage too, right? And one of the conflicts me and my wife had is when we had my son, it was all about him. And she's like, well, what about me? And in my head, I'm freeing you up. I'm getting up in the middle of the night. I'm changing his diaper. Like, I'm trying to do everything so you can still be you. Like, let me. It probably was like you got the experience, like this, and so, but I had to do some self reflection, and she was like, we had Ali, and you forgot about me.
Bars.
Mm-hmm. That was low key bars.
That was
so
bars. That was bars. That right.
And I was like, well, damn, she right. And then when.
If y'all want more of this, you better tune in. You better get your life together. You better check your feedback. We're giving you good product right now. Tune into the Resurgence. Please believe me.
I'm not cutting.